Hello, welcome to yoga. And so what I would like to focus on in this video today is a feeling or intention of grounding within our yoga practice. And so if I say that, to feel grounded, what does that mean to you? What is it to feel grounded within yourself, in your body? So whenever it kind of pops into mind, you might just begin to bring that into your thoughts, into your idea. And let me just offer a couple of my ideas to what you're thinking. So what I really want you to feel, a sense of grounding is a sense of calming your mind and kind of moving into your body. And so I decided to ask a few friends, what is your idea of grounding? And I got lots of different answers that I will offer you. I'm just going to say one or two right now. And so bringing yourself out of your head and into the breath of the moment is what one friend said. I love that. That's really nice. And also connecting to your surroundings. And so grounding is often a really good thing to do outside. So going out in nature is a wonderful place to, ground your heart, your soul, whatever you need. And taking in what's around you in that way. Breathing is also a beautiful way to connect to this idea. So anyway, I got a few things I want to share today, and this idea of centering, calming, and grounding will move into a couple more videos, and so more ideas to offer, but I wanted to start here. And so today I do have this strap, and I only have it for one reason, and you may not need it. So in the beginning, I want to open up our outer thigh with a figure 4 stretch. I want our hips to be really comfortable, so in seated, they can relax more. That's the idea. So I have that just in case for my figure 4, but you can do it without. I have comfort because I want to be in a little seated. I have my mat turned sideways because I'm definitely going to show a little warrior 2 and triangle pose when I'm standing. So that's there. But yeah, you can turn your mat however you want to. Here we go. So what I want to do first is set my pillow aside and move into a figure 4. Okay, so stretching into the outer hip. And I want to remind you now that we have 3 different figure 4s that I've introduced to you. So you might be in seated and you just might stay here and open up your 4 that way on either side. Okay, you could roll to your back and not use the strap. And just cross one leg over, reaching through and holding your figure 4 like that. I'm going to add in the strap. It'll give me a little more space, and I feel I can go into my figure 4 the most deeply with that. So that's what I'm going to use. So choosing what you need right now, settling into your figure 4, and also settling in to your breath. Giving it time to slow down and allow this hip stretch to slowly open up. Close your eyes if you wish, if it makes sense. And breathe more softly into your body. I love about having the strap, but you can do it without the strap too, is that I can move this 4 around a little bit. So I'm moving it forward away from me and then drawing it in towards me a couple times. Deep breath into that movement. And then I can also take this into a sweet little circle. Circling one way and then the other, just feeling that range of motion. The leg that's up holding the strap, I'm going to see how it feels to bend that leg and draw it in just a touch closer. One more deep breath here. And then ready to switch legs. So sometimes it's nice to roll yourself all the way up. I'm going to stand my back this time though. You can roll up and switch feet. And then whenever you're ready, you hook the other leg in for the figure 4. Second side, and moving into that. Soften into your breath awareness. So let these legs, let this hip stretch gently draw you out of your thoughts, out of your mind, and into your body. Your body just kind of captures your attention here. It says pay attention. Deep breath into it. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes. These things just come out. You gotta just go with it. Thank you. So now I'm gonna move that four around a little bit. Forward and then back towards me, just gently opening up into the four. You might need a nice sigh of relief. Letting go of what you don't need at this moment, just to calm your body, your breath, and your mind. Circle it around if you wish. Circle it both ways. Then after a bit, you've opened up those hips really well. You can roll your way, if you're on your back with me, roll your way up to seated. And then join me in seated. We don't need the strap anymore. So for seated, we're going to focus on the tall body. So we can move into some upper body breath movement. Okay, so I'm going to do cross-legged because my hips feel ready to do that, a little more loosened up. But it is more important right now that your body is tall and lifted. So sit your legs up, set your legs up however you need, okay? So the stack of blankets or pillows under your hips is more useful, if you haven't tried it yet, more useful than you realize. It's a really sweet way to tip your body forward and sit tall. Good. So now my fingertips are going to come to the ground and actually feel a little grounding action with the fingers. So pushing up into my shoulders, rolling them back. So grounding down and also reaching up out of that. Nice. Okay, so now I want you to notice, you can put your hand here with me too, but you can notice a little drawing in of your core muscles. So the belly button draws in, the lower back shifts down, and the tailbone moves down slightly. So a little balance and strength right in here. So bringing the hands back out, turn the palms forward, reaching long, take a deep breath here. So now really slow, what I want to do is circle the arms back. Small little circles, deep breath as you go. 3, 4, 5 of them if you wish. I'm going to do one more beautiful circle. And then we're going to reach up to the sky. So sunrise it up, inhaling up to the sky. And then exhaling it slowly down. And then one more of those. Ooh, listen to me real quick. Reach the arms out, wiggle the fingers. And now circle the hands forward. So stay with me a moment. Okay, little circles, deep breath. Now we're ready. Sunrise up to the sky, inhale. And then exhale it down. And then relax the shoulders, feeling them shifting down. Fingers touch to the ground. And let your head drop down to your chest. Deep breath here. And now roll your head over to your right shoulder, right side. Noticing that stretch, reach the other arm away a little bit. Moving the head slightly here and there. Keeping your head tipping that way, feel the right hand on the floor and place it down a little more strongly and reach over into a side bend. Moving your head around just a little bit so you're feeling it out and feeling into your comfort, into your calming feeling. Reaching from fingers all the way down to that hip, way down over there. Deep breaths, so stay on this side. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale one more time into that side. And then as you lift up, your head lifts up with it, centering for a moment, and let your head tip the other way. Noticing that, move gently into your neck. Deep breath. So now the left hand is down on the ground. You spread the fingers and you feel that press down and side bend in that direction. Feeling it out gently. Feeling the reach of your fingers and all the way down through the shoulder, side body, down to that hip that's pressing into the ground. So with a grounding practice, you want to feel all your connections down into the earth. Stay on this side. Inhale up. Exhale over. And then easing out of that. So what I want to say is with a grounding yoga practice, what you want to notice is all the parts of your body that are touching into the ground. So whether it's your hips, your knees, your hands, whatever it is, how you connect down into the earth. So I want to come into the wrists and hands for a moment, okay? Because we're going to be on our hands in a moment. So choose a hand and you're going to stretch like this. When you come to hands and knees, your hand is the other way, and so it's good to kind of feel both directions. So opening it there, and then switching hands, feeling the second side. Deep breath as you stretch through that wrist. Good, then turn the palms up, maybe wiggle the fingers a second, and then some wrist circles. Circle around, and then take it the other way. So just getting those hands and wrists ready for a little pressure down into the earth. Cool. You can shake it out. Shaking out's always nice too. I bring that into my yoga practice often, just randomly. Alright, so now moving to hands and knees, into cat and cow, into the movement of your spine. Okay, so thinking about grounding, you want to feel all the places that are touching into the ground. And pad your knees if you need a little more padding there. So creating a beautiful, strong tabletop. Notice the spread of your fingers. Spread them out and place them down really solid. Deep breath, and then begin to move into your spine, releasing down. Feel the spine create a valley. And then slowly curl it up into a little mountain. Head drops through. And so begin to move into the valley of the spine, inhaling. And then exhale, curl it up into your beautiful mountain. And as you move, you might visualize the valley that you would love to visit, and the mountain that you would climb. So continue with that a few times. Feel that connection of breath in that beautiful spine movement. And notice how your wrists, your hands are responding to the pressure down. And now centering down, you can fall back into your child's pose for a short time. We'll do a longer one at the end. Reach your arms, maybe rock the hips. So now, how'd your wrists do? Do you want to turn your palms up and wiggle the fingers? I'm going to turn towards you. Wiggle the fingers a bit. Awesome. So now making your way up, I want to come to our first lunge. And so I'm just going to shift this forward so I can feel the ground a little bit better. So I'm going to have you bring your right leg through into the lunge. Your knees happy and padded back there. Nice. Okay, so remembering, you can have yoga blocks. You can choose to be up here instead. You're adjusting this so it's right for you. That will keep you calm. It keeps you centered. So what I do want you to notice is the front foot and the back foot. So front foot first. Lift your toes up and try to grab the floor a couple times. You see this action I'm doing? So building that strength in your foot and your ankle. That little foot that's trying to go somewhere. And then placing that down more solid. The next idea is to lift up and feel the back foot, a little action in that foot. And so you begin to feel solid between the two legs, how strong those feet can be, and up into your legs. Good. Keeping that, what you might do, if you're in the the right position, it feels right for you, is you could rock side to side, right on top of that grounding strength. Deep breath. And then centering out. Nice. So now moving up into our crescent lunge, which is a little bit of a balance, okay? So I feel the feet, I begin to move up and balance between the front and the back. The back heel is up. So if your balance is being challenged, just practice with that. Go with it and let that be a part of the grounding, okay? So drawing your core back is another good time to think about pulling that in, tailbone down, and reaching down for the sky. Crescent lunge. Connecting to the earth, reaching for the sky, right out of that beautiful earth connection. So be your right hand that takes your left wrist. And you could do a little side bend if you wish. You can feel your pinky reaching, and then notice the connection all the way back to your little toe touching down. Deep breath. And then inhale up, exhale down. Nice. So I'm going to come right here and open it on each side. So open this side first. Put your hand down solid and open up into a little twist. Open to the sky. Deep breath here. Good. And then that hand comes down. And we're ready to switch to the second leg. So switching off, bringing your second leg through. And I'm going to start to use my foot to help bring that foot more forward. Okay, so now remember that little strength practice of using your foot like this. Like it's a little caterpillar crawling along. Deep breath. Nice, so you feel that, but now the back foot. Lift the knee up, notice that connection, and begin to practice. This is really cool, of feeling your feet first, and then into the legs. And the hands are just kind of hanging out, reaching over it. Fingertips can draw you forward. What is connecting to the earth? How are you using it? So with that grounding feeling, can you gently rock side to side? Deep breath. Good. Alrighty, so now we're moving up into your crescent lunge, strong through the feet, strong through the legs, balanced in the center, sweeping up to the sky, but then connecting into your body. And a deep breath. Your left hand takes your right wrist, and you could practice a little side bend reach from pinky all the way down to little toe. It's kind of cool to feel both of those, the pinky and your little toe way back there. Deep breath. Inhale up. Woo. Exhale down. And into that open twist. So I bring my solid hand down, or fingertips, or use a block, and open to the sky. Deep breath. And you're ready to bring that arm down now? Okay. So you're going to take that leg back and settle back into a beautiful child's pose for a moment. Just take a nice long breath moment within your child's pose, rocking the hips if you wish, bowing through, lengthening. So I want to bring us into dolphin pose and then downward dog, knowing that you always have those two awesome choices. So dolphin pose for everybody is really cool. I'm going to turn my body sideways so you can see it better. Where my hands are placed in tabletop, I bring my elbows to that spot, setting my arms up so the forearms are your base now, your hands spreading or interlacing. You lift up your legs into dolphin hips. Bowing your head through, stretching deeply back into your heels. And then dropping the knees. We're going to move into downward dog and bring it up into a three-legged downward dog that can bring the leg through into a lunge. If that is new to you, feel free to watch first and do this video again later. So spread fingers, downward dog, drop your head through. Deep breath. So when you're ready, your right leg reaches up. You feel the heel pressing away. You feel your fingers reaching strong. Deep breath here. And then practice slowly but surely, or sweeping it fast, either way. Bring your leg between your hands. Okay. And taking the time to bring it to the right spot. Don't feel like it has to immediately be there if it's not quite doing that today. And we're going to move into Warrior Two. So what I would like to do is what I call thoughtful warrior. So I'm setting up my warrior legs and lifting my body up on top of that. And so for a moment, I'd love you just to feel your strong, grounded Warrior Two legs. This knee is opened over the toe. And I'm going to play with this for a moment. Press it straight. And then bend it. Because we're also going to do triangle pose in a moment. And so now as you bend the knee, can you practice tracking, opening those knees, your knee, over the toes? So it's just one knee, your personal knee, over your toes. So keeping the Warrior Two legs, I'm going to reach the arms and lift my body tall, settling the shoulders down. And your eyesight can look out, deep breath, over the front fingers. Beautiful strength. So now I'm going to bring the palms together and move up into triangle legs. So notice something here, if you peek my way, is that my front leg is straight, but not locked. Can you see the little difference? Strong through the foot and the shin, keeping my legs safe, palms together. Opening into your triangle. Inhale, open. Exhale, begin to shift long. Length of that triangle. And then down to that strong shin leg that's grounding into the earth. And rotate your body up to the sky. And so what you might do with your eyesight is peek down at that foot on the ground. How's that looking? And then maybe you could turn, look forward, or maybe even up towards the fingers in the sky, trusting that strength that you have moving downwards in order to then lift up. Good. And then lift up out of that. And you could bend and kind of windmill down into your lunge. And you'll be ready for your second side. So come on back into downward dog one more time here. Bowing your head through. And making our way to our second side. Bring your left leg up in the air. Feel that reaching heel, reaching away. Lengthening. And now bring that leg between your hands. Okay, whether it's a gradual thing or however you need to practice that. Make sure, though, that you've brought it through far enough before you move into your Warrior Two. I'm going to turn away from you now. Create a thoughtful warrior in the legs and feeling that for a moment, practicing that. Tuck through the tailbone, body is lifted. Straighten and bend through your leg a moment. Notice your knee tracking beautifully over the toes. So keep that knee open. It's good to notice that so you know how it feels. And you don't always have to look at it to feel that beautiful traction. So now Warrior Two legs, reaching the arms, deep breath. Strong through your feet, connecting down. Cool. So now I'm pressing straight, bringing my palms together, thinking about, thinking about the triangle pose. I'm going to inhale, reach over that straight front leg. And exhale down to the spot you want to use to find that strength and open up out of it. Deep breath here. So keeping that, let's turn and look to the ground and see that foot purposefully down into the ground. And from that purpose, then you can move and lift and open to the sky. Good. And that arm just comes down, and you can make your way down into the lunge, dropping the back knee, and relaxing your way back into your final child's pose. For this video, we're going to end in child's pose. So reach your arms long. Let your hips fall back. Your breath softens. Bowing in.